In the news this week, PDP faction finally puts differences aside.
Papa, are they?
In our wildest dreams.
Come on, enter inside the house. Enter! Go and wash plates. So you think you run away and I'll leave you?
Nigeria left behind by the rest of Africa. Prayer meetings to end ASU strike begin. And now, it's the other news.
And here's your host, Okey Bakassi.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. It's the other news, and we'll have a very fantastic show for you. The Limpopo master, Kcee, is in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, your hands together. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Our show today will wow you. But first is the other news headlines. In Ondo State, a woman claims she went to her pastor to heal her of her severe cough, but got pregnant by him instead. She wanted deliverance, and he wanted a delivery. Checkmate. All right. Minister for Finance, Kcee, says government will soon set up a whistleblower office. I pity the staff for that office. Nigerians no go allow them hear word at all. Sources at the presidential villa say the President Buhari will work from home due to renovations being carried out in his office. Sounds familiar? Foreign doctors, now foreign excuses. Please, let us support our local economy. Let's make this place work. In sports, Brazilian soccer star Neymar Junior says he already feels at home and loves the atmosphere at his new club, Paris Saint-Germain. He said this while fanning himself with hundreds of dollar bills. Big boy.
From the producers of the thrilling movies like 6 Months No Minister, Budget We Get Shoulder Pad, Where Is the Budget, and our romantic comedies, Where Is the President Part 1 and 2, and our Laughing in London comes the newest box office hit, Baba Oh Yo Yo. They said he was bedridden,
On life support.
seeking political asylum in the UK and learning how to be an official receiver of visitors. Some even went as far as saying he was dead, but Baba Yo Yo, the Lion King is back. This movie is filled with lots of drama, action, suspense, and even romance.
She belongs to my kitchen
Baba Yo Yo, showing on TV screens near you.
and the other room.
Baba Yo Yo, Bobo is here to stay. Until the next time if you travel, Sha.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Thank you. Yes, the president finally returned to Nigeria last Saturday after closely studying the British healthcare system for over 100 days. The resign or resume protesters would have been at the airport to welcome the president, but unfortunately, they resigned before he could resume. The presidency had shrouded the president's health status and daily activities for months, but suddenly, they were disturbing us minute by minute with updates about his movements. Like all those annoying girls who are on Instagram and tweet about every single thing that they do. Come on. We saw the presidential aircraft leave London. And the cameras were also there when the plane landed at Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja. Yeah, of course, the presidential media aide, Femi Adesina, who was so excited that he also came in his Sunday best. Yeah, you can see that. They waited for the father of the nation to come and tell us what he brought for us from London. Some people began to lose hope. and wonder if he was back. But before the haters could start typing, I don't tell you now, say this is a scam, you know, those kind of tweets, President Muhammadu Buhari finally emerged from the plane.
For the first time in over 3 months, President Muhammadu Buhari is back.
Yes, the man whose body language alone had once upon a time improved electricity, made looters tremble and returned stolen funds, was now being watched closely for a different type of body language.
He's come back alive and hale and hearty, as we can see himself by himself walking through.
Oh, things have really changed though. The crowd was disappointed that Baba did not bring even ordinary agege bread from his trip. But they welcomed him warmly regardless.
There is excitement among the dignitaries, including governors of Zamfara, Rivers, Imo.
Yes, they were shaking his hands, but small, because we never know whether Baba don't pass his medicals for abroad. So you have to apply caution. Yeah, there was a military band playing music from the UK to help the I just got back president transition smoothly from that abroad life. Yeah, people were happy that the president was back, stronger and ready to work immediately. So the Kogi state governor decided to mark this dedication to hard work by declaring a work-free day. Clearly, not all of the people celebrating the president's return were human beings. Yes. Even some of the president's fiercest critics and the opposition party were gracious in welcoming the president back home. The return of Baba was already signaling a new era where our politicians can put their differences aside and work together. Also with us. The president promised to deliver a speech on Monday. There were many issues that Nigerians wanted to hear him talk about. The economy, the ASU strike, and what to do about Bobrisky's latest snaps and tweets. There were rumors that President Buhari would open up about his health status and maybe even announce a shake-up of his cabinet. So Monday morning came and the president delivered his speech to an expectant nation.
My dear citizens, I am very grateful to God and to all Nigerians for their prayers.
Yeah, you see, the first surprise was that even after all this time in London, did you notice his accent did not change? We had expected him to sound more like, you know.
My dear citizens, I'm very grateful to God and to all Nigerians for their prayers.
Yeah, that's kind of funky, you know. Well, the president's speech lasted only 6 minutes and left a lot of people like a bride on her wedding night, very unsatisfied.
The quality is very poor.
What do you mean by the quality?
You know, the depth, in some cases, even the grammar and the logic.
But I'm disappointed that he did not even apologize to Nigerians for being away from the job for so long.
Well, the president said nothing, almost nothing about his health. But if you listen closely, he seemed to be dropping clues.
Nigerians are robust and lively and work out a mode of coexistence. The National Assembly and the National Council of States are the legitimate and appropriate bodies for national discourse. We are going to reinforce and reinvigorate.
Yes, I also think he needs to relax. And the same social media that he praised during his inauguration.
I thank those who tirelessly carried the campaign on the social media.
Is now a villain in his eyes.
Some of the comments, especially in the social media, have crossed our national red lines.
Anyway, we seem to be back at square one, in a sense. I mean, with the president back and the PDP snapping at his heels again. Welcome back, Lion King. Still to come on the other news, a very special report and my interview with Kcee. Keep watching, people that move. You are still watching the other news where I make news feel so good. And now a special report from Binta Badmus on life in the 21st century.
Electricity. One of the discoveries that have changed the daily life of everybody on the planet. The popular phrase, "Up NEPA!" is heard anytime power comes on in Nigeria. And this phrase has survived several decades. But the people of Magboro 2 community have been denied the chance to use this phrase, as they have been in a blackout for over 10 years. But according to this report, this is about to change. We visit the power distribution company servicing the area, the Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company, or the IBEDC.
First thing we tried to do was to find out what was happening, work with the communities, the contractors, mobilize and make sure that work started again. And to cut a long story short, that's just been it.
It is a lie. It is a lie. They say there's a slide from express to sawmill. That's all. Since about a week, we don't have any light. From sawmill to inside, everywhere, there's no light.
Magboro 1 ti nino, Magboro 2 la wa ya ti nino rara. Ọdún kẹwàá tí mo dẹ̀ ti dé ìlú yìí nìyí. Àti ìtànná pa generator là ń lò. Láti ọdún mẹ́wàá yẹn. Pọ̀ tẹ̀ wá sú mi lo generator mọ́. Torchlight ni mò ń lò nù yàrá.
If you see my store now, you will see more than 20 generators there. I have a generator room by myself. I buy generators every now and then.
The CEO of the IBEDC, John Donache, does the obvious. When boxed into a corner, he deflects the blame.
We cannot distribute what we don't have. So we often get blamed that we are the ones holding back the distribution. But the TCN also don't have the capability to give us the power where we need it and when we need it.
So who do we hold responsible? IBEDC or the TCN? In an attempt to proffer a solution, the IBEDC boss speaks on.
That we are out,
but then,
that's not what we're saying.
Something strange happens. It's been Binta Badmus reporting for the other news.
My guest today is a hit-making recording artist and self-acclaimed fashion icon. Constantly evolving, Kcee has gone from being one half of a hip-hop duo to a solo artist and now a contender in the political space. Please welcome Kingsley Okonkwo, popularly known as Kcee in the building!
Good to see you,
yeah,
big
bro.
brother.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Always blinging and shining.
What kind of young man?
Too much money.
Eh?
Kcee. Well, nice to have you.
Nice to be here.
On the 3rd of August 2017, you added political aspirant to your ever-growing titles.
Yes.
What informed this decision to run for governorship in Anambra State?
Yeah, well, I think that sounds like my latest single now. Anywhere I go, everybody asks me about that.
Yes, we all want to know.
Yeah,
curious.
But I think it's not a joke. It's serious to me. And I think over the years, right from where we were born, over 30 now, we've been hearing leaders of tomorrow. No chance for us. Even those that were leading us when we were born are still leading us. Yeah. So now we had the opportunity to, when they passed the bill, Not Too Young to Run, I felt like it's time for the youth to stand their ground. It's time for us to speak up. It's time for us to take, position in the government because we are creative people. We have young minds. In our days, this is computer age and all that. Our parents didn't experience all that. So I think with the changes we have right now.
To put an end to the excuse that young people are not rising to be counted.
Yes, who told you? We can make things happen.
Yeah, exactly. So now that you're talking seriously about this thing, what party, what platform are you running on? What party platform?
Yeah, well, right now a lot of parties are talking to me to run under their, but my campaign manager said I should hold on not to make official statement. We're going to do that later. Yeah. But the plans are going on and we're going to come
Why do you think Anambra people want to vote you as their next governor?
Yeah, well, I think Because they need transformation, they need change, they need serious people, they need dedicated people. I think I have credibility, I have record. The business I do is based on credibility. People pay me money from far and wide, and I don't disappoint them. I go to work. You understand? And I think that can be, you know, be put to that office. If I sit there, trust me, they are 100% going to be sure of whatever I'm going to be doing for them because they know this man is not a thief.
They know your pedigree.
They know.
Okay, now that we are talking about it, all right, for somebody who wants to fix Nigeria's problem, I'm sure you would have identified one major problem that we have in this country.
Yeah.
And how to solve it.
Yeah.
So what do you think is the one major problem we have in Nigeria, and how do you plan to
Yeah,
solve
well,
it?
I think with the experience I have and traveling far and wide so far, I think the major challenge we have here is what we've been talking about for the years, which is this thing we are seeing here, light, to be permanent. A lot of things are not working right because of that. And I think it's not a big deal. It's just dedication.
So many people have said it. In
Yeah.
fact, the current minister for power said, I mean, in 6 months, any serious government should provide power. And this is more than 6 months, and he has not done it.
Yeah.
You are now saying, you're echoing the same thing. You're saying it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Kcee, how do we fix power problem in Nigeria?
Yeah, well, I think there are professionals that can do this. All you need to do is to get them involved. Get them get this thing structured. Ghana yesterday.
Kcee.
Kcee.
Are
Just
you passing the buck again to professionals?
No. Yeah, of course I can do it myself.
Yeah,
Like
they've
fixing
kept
it
us
myself.
like this.
There are people that are professionals to do this. What do you do? Just to employ them, contract them, and make sure they do it.
But Nigerians agree that it's more than professional, that there's a cabal holding the power sector down.
Okay,
that once we can dislodge that cabal, that light will come.
That is why I said my campaign, I don't need godfathers. Because if you have godfathers, they will stand against that. I need the youth to stand for me.
Okay. Okay. Well taken.
Yeah.
All right. I was there so many years back when you guys won the Star Quest.
Oh, amazing.
And that signaled the beginning of a career that has blossomed.
Definitely.
I'm sure as an entertainer, you must have had embarrassing moments. Sure. Which one is the most embarrassing?
Oh, well, I'll say when I was starting my career, in Ajegunle, there was a time I went for a show, and I did this song with Presh then. The song is saying, come everybody, put on your dancing shoe to the dancing floor. So while we're doing the song, they were removing their shoe and stoning us the shoe to leave the stage. That was so embarrassing. You understand? That means like we're making noise or saying something stupid. So, but that could have discouraged me or sent me back to go and sleep like I can't do it. But instead, that encouraged me, and I worked harder.
I think that's one thing I admire about you that I think young people should emulate. You know, they never say die attitude. Never. Because every time you've met obstacles in your career, you've tried in your own way to prove that you can do it. And I think that is why you're still relevant today. And he deserves a round of applause for that. He deserves a round of applause for that. Okay. Okay. Still, your new album is dropping today.
Sure.
So what do we expect? What is different from, just tell us about it, what's different from this one, compared to all the other ones you've done before?
Okay, I think this one is dear to me. That's why I said attention to detail. The title of the album is Attention to Detail because it's beyond the music right now for me. It's a brand. It's Kcee. It's not just the music.
Good. Thank you. Okay, we'll round up on a lighter note. Yeah. In your family, since you're now contemplating politics, in your family, who do you think, now seriously you must answer, who do you think will not vote for you? Who do you think will not vote for you in your family?
I think
because, in every family, there's always this one person that looks at you like, see him, waiting to say what good.
Yeah, I think they did that to me when I was starting my musical career.
Yeah.
And I proved them wrong.
Yeah.
And when I declared this intention, I didn't tell anybody. And they called me that morning. They were like, Okey, are you for real? And I'm like, yes. I laughed and I said, no, I was joking. They were like, don't joke with this one. We have been receiving phone calls already answering governor's brother, governor's sister. So, and I think the encouragement they gave me that morning shows that they all are going to support me, trust me, because I was expecting them to tell me.
I was hoping that you would tell me one person.
It's only my late father that might not vote for me. Right?
How crafty, you chose one late person. All right, thank you very much, Kcee.
Thank you
It's
so
been nice
much.
talking to you.
I appreciate it.
I'm sure we'll invite you some other time to talk some more on this your political ambition.
Thank you so
Ladies and
much.
gentlemen, that was Kcee. Yes, a round of applause for him. Yeah, thank you. We'll definitely keep an eye on his progress, and we wish him well in his new endeavor. All right, still to come on the other news, a special political analysis that you don't want to miss. Keep watching. Away from Nigeria's problems now, I'm joined by the other news senior political correspondent, Dan the Humorous. Dan.
Thank you, okay. Thank you, okay.
How are you?
Very good. A very simple study that we carried out.
Yeah.
We find out that one of the proposals in the ongoing constitutional amendment is that 35% of representation amongst political appointees will be women.
That's good.
Yes, maybe good for you, but for me and for us, it's not about quantity, it's about quality. And in the last 18 years of this our democratic experiment, we've had a number of women who have been, stunningly and dashingly outstanding in government.
Who are you referring to?
Well, starting from late Professor Dora Akunyili of blessed memory. I mean, look at her woman. Look at her smile. Very full of light and dangly things.
Yeah, she fought fake drug dealers to a standstill.
Well, and even rebranding Nigeria, but doesn't take away the smile from that.
You can't talk about women who served under President Obasanjo without talking about Obi Ezekwesili.
Yes, you're very correct. But my only problem with Dr. Obi, okay, is that every time she's just wearing that white necklace every time. No other color, only that particular white necklace every time. And then apart from the necklace, the low cut Dr. Obi has, okay, that low cut, oh God.
No, Dan, don't make this thing about her hair.
No, don't let anybody deceive you. Don't let anybody deceive you that Team Natural came after recession came. Look, a little Brazilian here, a little Peruvian here will not spoil anything. Nobody will kill you.
All right. Okay, Dan, calm down. Let's talk seriously now.
Fine. Okay, I'm calm. And when I try to be calm, I think of nice things. Like ex-minister Zainab Ibrahim Kcee. When you look at Zainab Kcee, it reminds you of that song. He tell me Kcee, Kcee.
Dan, what do you think you're doing here, Dan? You're supposed to be giving me political analysis.
Exactly. And I'm giving you serious political analysis, empirical evidence. You're just not following me. Just hold on. Now, you know how they call Nicole Kidman the body, right? Now, former aviation minister also, Stella Odua, she's known as the eye. When you look at Stella Odua, when you see her on TV, look at her eyes. It's like she's winking at me. And sometimes I wink back.
Dan.
Hi, Stella.
Hey, Dan. You cannot reduce the accomplishments of these women and their contribution to national development just to their looks. It's not fair.
Yeah, no problem. So their look is, well, you can say that, and you can even, I know you might be tempted to even mention Okonjo-Iweala. But you see, my problem with Okonjo-Iweala, is her hair tie. Oh, no. That hair tie doesn't just work it at all. And speaking of ministers of finance, have you seen, or will I say, have you heard Kemi Adeosun?
The theme of this year's Regional Economic Outlook for Africa is restarting the growth engine.
Tell me.
Talk to me, mommy. Talk that talk. Talk to Zaddy.
Dan, I can't believe you're here talking about women and their looks and their appearances. You're not being fair to these women.
No. I'm being very fair to them. Very fair. I'm talking about things that are fair, or the ones that are fair. That's the one that's even annoying me the most. Amina Mohammed. The United Nations stole Amina Mohammed from us. Okay, look at Amina Mohammed for yourself. Look at Asset. How many ministers do you know that have such beautiful feet, beautiful legs? Like that.
Dan, you see, most of these women, women who have gone to some of the most renowned universities in the world, they've worked in different, very high-placed places.
Yes.
They've accomplished so much.
Of course.
I don't believe we will sit here now and begin to talk about their looks, their eyes, and how...
No. They all come together, okay? They all come together.
And if you look at it, you're the one looking at it this way, from the time of Obasanjo through to Yaradua, through to Goodluck, and now to Buhari, there is always an eye candy among the cabinet. There is always a beautiful one amongst them. There's an eye candy in the room. You people are busy talking 35%. These guys have their eye candy percent. As a matter of fact, this present government of change has taken it a step higher by not just giving us eye candy, but ear candy. And the way I'm looking at it, by 2019, we will start to have in our cabinet people like Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, Tiwa Savage, and Genevieve.
No, Dan, you have gone crazy.
And by that time, we will not be talking about eye candy and ear candy. We will take it to the next level. We will be talking about dirty whining and twerking at Federal Executive Council meeting.
Dan, you know that will never happen.
Who told you? Don't be enemy of progress. Say to bad people.
Let me look for where to change this Dan the Humorous so we can make progress on this program. Thank you very much, Dan. We have gone from the unbelievable to the absurd to the downright humorous. That's our show today, ladies and gentlemen. Our handle remains the Other News CTV on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and of course YouTube. Our people say the words of elders do not lock all the doors. Rather, they leave the right door open. Thanks for watching. Tune in next week. My name is Okey. Thank you. I love you. See ya. See you.